Sit down. I mean it. Stop pacing your mind while your body pretends to listen. Unclench your jaw. Put your hand on your chest. Breathe in through your nose, slow, and let your shoulders fall. This is not the kind of word you receive standing up at a red light, rushing down a hallway, or half listening while you throw another load in the washer. Sit. Be still. Heaven scheduled this moment, and you were expected. If this found you in your feed, that wasn't an accident. That was a summons. The algorithm didn't wander. Providence pointed. Heaven is interrupting your pace because there is an appointment on your calendar that you didn't book. The next 72 hours. Listen to me carefully now. In the next 72 hours, God will attach a clear career clue to your provision. Not just money, not just a bill paid or a door cracked open. Direction, a map folded into what looks like help. He's not teasing you, he's guiding you. I can hear the pushback rising already. I don't have time for this. I'm behind. I needed a breakthrough yesterday. And I'm going to be blunt with you because I love you. The pressure you feel is the proof you must slow down. Not punishment, protection. That rush that keeps grabbing your throat is not wisdom, it's static. The anxious sprint has been stealing the very clue you've been begging for. Heaven is saying, stop, sit, look. You are not late. You are being located. Here's what we're doing in this window. We are going to decode 3 repeating cues he will send. Unusual ease, holy interruptions, and pressure points. You will learn how to spot them, string them together, and see the sentence they are forming. Then I'm going to hand you a simple 72-hour journal protocol, so you capture the clue before your mind erases it. And we will close in a prayer that seals your response and steadies your feet for the one obedient next step. The next 72 hours are an appointment. Slow down. God has attached direction to what he provides. Listen to me carefully now. Provision is not just pay. Provision is a map. What you called help was also a hint. Expand your definition. Provision can be cash in your account, yes, but it can also be a call you didn't expect, a referral you didn't ask for, an email that slid into your inbox at the precise hour you needed it. It can be an open slot in someone's calendar who never has openings, a resource you stumbled on at 1:13 a.m., a bit of unexpected favor at the DMV, a neighbor's sentence that won't leave you alone. And hear me, sometimes provision arrives disguised as a delay that kept you from making the wrong move. You called it annoying. Heaven called it alignment. This is not God teasing you. This is not random luck. This is not a crumb tossed to keep you quiet. It's a clue. Heaven often hides instruction inside supply the way a seed hides an orchard. What lands in your hands is carrying information for your future. The bag of groceries. There was a name on the receipt that needs an email. The ride you gave a friend. There was a phrase in that car that names your lane. The invoice paid at the last minute. There's a pattern in who pays you fastest and for what that reveals where favor already lives. I can feel you arguing with me. I'm just barely surviving. I understand why it feels that way, but heaven is saying you're being positioned, not punishment. Positioning, not scarcity. Strategy. When you only see relief, you miss the route. When you treat provision like a finish line, you refuse its directions. And here is what most people miss. If you ignore the clue, you will keep praying for what I already answered in a coded form. The 72 hours I just put on your calendar are not about striving. They are about decoding. Slow down. Inspect what arrived. Ask why it came now, through whom, with what words, and with what ease or resistance attached. Treat every deposit like a folded map. Open it, read it. Move one obedient step in the direction it points. Why 72 hours? Listen to me carefully now. Signs have a shelf life because your attention does. Heaven is not fragile. Your focus is. This window is not about making you sprint. It's about keeping the message from getting drowned out. Urgency here is protection, not pressure. A clarity container. The time box keeps the water from spilling so you can finally drink it. If this stretches to whenever, it turns into never. If you let the days blur, the cue that should have been a compass becomes background noise. I'm giving you a boundary so you can receive a blessing. I know part of you is already bracing, shoulders high, lungs shallow, waiting for the other shoe to drop. Breathe. Drop your shoulders. Hear me. God is not about to embarrass you. He's about to align you, not a setup to shame you, a setup to steady you. The rush you've been running in has been stealing nouns and verbs from sentences heaven has been repeating. The enemy of clarity is not your lack of desire. It's the noise you have been calling normal. Name the noise. Multitasking that keeps you half present everywhere and fully present nowhere. Panic applying at 2:11 a.m. to anything with a login field. Doom scrolling until your soul forgets the sound of your own thoughts. Asking for 10 confirmations because you don't want to obey one instruction. Swerving into arguments that siphon the oil off your calling. Toggling between tabs as if a new tab equals a new life. That is static. That is theft. So here is the boundary. For the next 72 hours, reduce inputs. Put your phone on Do Not Disturb during your decoding blocks. Pause impulsive applications. Postpone rash resignations. Delay the snarky email you drafted in anger. No public announcements, no late-night debates, no bargaining with fear. Do not outsource your discernment to 5 friends who are as tired as you are. Create quiet on purpose. 15-minute windows 3 times a day, pen in hand. Watch. Listen. And here is the promise attached. When you treat the next 72 hours as holy, you will notice patterns you've been praying for. The same word will walk through different doors. A name will repeat. A phrase will echo. A need will spotlight your lane. Not because God just started speaking, but because He's been speaking in repetition, and the noise is finally off. Less noise, more pattern, clarity in a container. Now be faithful to the clock I handed you. Listen to me carefully now. Q1 is the unusual ease door. It looks like this. A door that opens without you shouldering it. No groveling, no 12 emails begging, no twisting yourself into a shape that doesn't fit your bones. The hinge doesn't squeal. The key fits the first time. Someone offers help you didn't ask for. A meeting lands on your calendar without 3 reschedules. Paperwork clears in a day when it usually takes a month. A conversation flows like you've known them for years. A yes arrives carrying peace, not panic. That's not an accident. Sometimes ease is God's fingerprint on a path you are meant to walk. And hear me. Ease is not laziness. Ease is not compromise. Ease is not cutting corners. Ease is alignment. It's what happens when provision and assignment meet and stop fighting. You will still work after the door opens, but you won't have to sin to step through it. You won't have to betray your values to be valued. You won't have to barter away your name to buy a seat. Concrete. Pay attention to these forms. A recruiter reaches out unprompted saying, "We've been watching your work." A past contact resurfaces and asks if you're available for exactly what you do best. A contract returns with better terms than you dared to request. A skill you dismissed as too basic becomes the very thing everyone keeps requesting. Bureaucracy that used to jam suddenly glides. A supervisor who never notices your lane asks you to lead in it. Favor walks in with your name on it, and your shoulders drop because it feels like home. But not every easy thing is God. Test it. Adrenaline shouts, peace settles, hype peaks, fruit persists. Alignment repeats across channels, 3 mentions, same lane, different mouths. Does the opportunity expand your integrity or require you to shrink it? Does it bear clarity after silence or only excitement in noise? Peace, consistency, and fruit, those are the markers. For the next 72 hours, note any low-friction moments. Write down who reached for you, what they named, and where the paperwork, the meeting, the message slid into place without you forcing it. Then ask, what is this revealing about my value, my niche, my next step? Don't chase every open door. Walk through the one wearing your real name. One obedient step. Favor first, footsteps after. Listen to me carefully now. Q2 is the holy interruption. It will not book itself on your calendar with a week's notice. It will slip into your day like a side door you didn't see. At the grocery line when someone says, "Can I ask you something?" A text from an old coworker who thought of you out of nowhere. A DM that starts with, "This might sound random, but..." An unexpected invitation that feels strangely weighty for how casual it arrived. That's not distraction. That's direction. Heaven loves to speak with a mouth you recognize. Why is this a cue? Because God uses people as mirrors. They will accidentally prophesy your lane while they think they're making small talk. They will name a gift you forgot you had. They will bring you the problem you were born to solve and say, "When I think of this, I think of you." Not flattery, function, not hype, assignment. He hides clarity inside conversations so you can't make an idol out of isolation. I can already hear the counter voice gearing up. "That's nothing. Don't get your hopes up. They say that to everyone." Don't answer that voice. Those words are not coming from heaven. Hope is not your enemy. Cynicism is. The accuser wants you to shrug at your clue, so you'll keep praying for what just knocked on your door. What do you listen for? Repeated compliments about the same strength. You make complicated things simple. Questions people keep asking you. How did you navigate that layoff? Needs you keep noticing before anyone else does. Pain you survived that now positions you to serve. Divorce recovery, debt repair, caregiving, rebuilding after a bad boss, healing team culture. If 3 different people in 3 different rooms point to the same muscle, stop pretending it's random. That's naming. That's lane. Instruction for the next 72 hours. When interrupted, do not rush past it. Slow your breathing. Stay present. Ask one clarifying question. What made you think of me for this? And then write their exact words down, not your summary. Their language will carry your label. Capture it before your mind edits it away. One obedient next step forms when you honor what got named. Listen to me carefully now. Q3 is the pressure point. The bill with a due date that won't blink. The email stamped final notice. The project deadline that just moved closer. The child's need that can't be postponed. The manager's demand that lands like a weight on your chest. Breathe and hear me. This doesn't just threaten you, it reveals you. The need that is loudest is often pointing to the skill that must become loudest. This is not punishment, it's placement, not abandonment, architecture, not destruction, construction. Pressure doesn't just press, it prints. It leaves an impression of who you are under heat. This is the pattern written all through the story you already know by heart. The wilderness forces clarity, the wrestling produces renaming, the furnace refines what was always gold. Pressure precedes promotion and capacity. When heaven wants to expand your life, he often allows a need to knock until your calling answers. And I know your shoulders are already tightening, thinking, I can't carry this. But hear me, I'm not asking you to carry everything. I'm telling you to notice what rises in you when the weight hits. Do you start organizing chaos without thinking? Do you instinctively lead when rooms stall? Do you negotiate better terms without panic? Do you create solutions on the fly? Teach the confused, repair broken systems others ignore. What you are being forced to do right now may be the very function you are called to monetize and build upon. For the next 72 hours, stop only praying, remove it, add, reveal it. Ask, what is this pressure forcing me to become? And what system must I build so this pressure doesn't repeat? System means repeatable mercy, a budget that tells money where to go, a template that turns chaos into order, a rhythm for outreach, a boundary policy that saves your bandwidth, an offer that packages the help you keep giving for free. Write the pressure in one sentence. Circle the verb it demands from you. Organize, lead, negotiate, create, teach, repair. Draft one simple scaffold around that verb, a checklist, a calendar block, a price, a page, a script. Then take one obedient step, send the email, set the boundary, post the offer, schedule the session. And when the counter voice hisses, "You're failing," answer with truth, "I'm being forged." This is not a storm sent to drown you. It's a tide revealing the sandbar you can stand on. Pressure is pointing. Follow the arrow. Listen to me carefully now. One cue can be coincidence. 3 cues repeating the same theme is instruction. Heaven speaks in clusters to protect you from confusion, not chaos. Convergence, not a riddle to frustrate you, a sentence to guide you. When ease, interruption, and pressure start sounding like they practiced their lines together, you are not being teased. You are being told. Here is how you triangulate. Put them side by side in your journal. Column 1, unusual ease moments and the exact words people used. Column 2, holy interruptions and what they named in you. Column 3, pressure points and the verb, the weight demanded. Now underline the repeats. When lead shows up in the easy door and someone says, "You're a natural leader in the interruption," and the pressure demanded you lead when the room stalled, stop arguing. When organize, teach, design, heal, sell, build, or write keeps echoing across all 3, that's not noise, that's your line. And hear me. Your career clue may not arrive as a neat job title. It may be a role function you perform anywhere: facilitator, fixer, strategist. It may be a problem domain you are built to solve: debt recovery, team repair, process design. It may be a type of person you're assigned to serve: single parents, first-gen grads, burned-out teams. Or a setting where you thrive: early-stage startups, hospitals at shift change, classrooms on the edge. Don't choke on a title and miss the task. God often reveals function before form. I know part of you wants the whole staircase before you move a foot. Breathe. That demand for total certainty is not faith. It's fear dressed like wisdom. Heaven rarely hands you a blueprint. He gives you a brick and repeats the next placement until a wall stands. He won't tell you everything. He will repeat one thing. So here is your mini decision rule for the next 72 hours. Match your action to the converging sentence. If teach keeps repeating, schedule one workshop and draft the outline. If organize repeats, update your portfolio and send 2 emails offering a systems audit. If lead repeats, ask for the referral and volunteer to run the stalled meeting. If design repeats, post the mock-up and request feedback. If heal repeats, open a consult slot and set your price. If write repeats, publish the piece and pitch one editor. One obedient step aligned with the echo. Clarity doesn't always come as a paragraph. Sometimes it comes as the same word, 3 ways. When it does, move. Listen to me carefully now. Put your phone on Do Not Disturb. Sit. Unclench your jaw, hand on your chest. Breathe in slow through your nose, out through your mouth. Now open your notes app or your journal. Date the page with today's date and the time. Commit out loud, 7 minutes a day for the next 3 days. Set a timer for 7. When it starts, you write. No editing, no perfect sentences. Don't perform for the page. Tell the truth to it. Ink defeats amnesia. Memory is fog. Writing is anchor. Here is your protocol. Answer these every day for 3 days in the exact words that show up, not your cleaned-up version. What provision showed up or is on the way? Money, resource, contact, idea, time, favor. What did it require of me? Skill used, decision made, boundary set. What repeated theme did I hear in the last 24 hours from people, problems, or doors? What do I feel peace about, even if it scares me? What am I forcing that God is not breathing on? Name it bluntly, then add the decoding question and sit with it. If this provision is a clue, what is it teaching me about the kind of work I'm built for? Write the names, the phrases, the verbs. Quote people word for word. Circle the verb that keeps showing up. Organize, teach, lead, design, heal, sell, write. If a sentence visited you in the shower or the commute, trap it on paper before it escapes. When your timer ends, draw a line and write one sentence. Today's obedient next step is, keep it embarrassingly small and completely real. One email, one ask, one boundary, one draft. Tomorrow, date a fresh page and do it again. Day 3, again. At the end of each day, skim what you wrote and underline repeats. 3 days creates a stack. Patterns don't shout on day 1, they echo by day 3. And hear me, this is not a diary dump. This is a decoding room. What you record becomes a map, and what you ignore becomes noise. Your mind will try to erase the clue under the weight of errands, pings, and panic. The page will not. Treat these 7 minutes like gathering manna, fresh, daily, enough for the step in front of you. Not punishment, protection, not busy work, blueprint. Now set the timer, right. Listen to me carefully now. I'm going to be blunt because I love you. You are exhausted because you are maintaining what heaven is trying to end. You've been catching plates, old roles that no longer carry oil, side hustles that hemorrhage time and never return dignity, relationships with jobs that pay in anxiety and drain your name. You call it responsibility. Heaven calls it refusal to release. He's not taking from you, he's removing what was never supposed to stay. I can feel part of you bracing. If I let go, I'll be irresponsible. Too much. Unstable. Not qualified. Those aren't your skin. They are stickers someone slapped on you when they were scared of your change. Peel them. Yes, peeling stings. But these 72 hours are not just about clues. They're about identity recovery. You will come out of this window lighter because you stopped carrying names that were never yours. Here is your permission slip. Let it fall if God isn't sustaining it. Stop resuscitating what heaven is letting expire. For the next 72 hours, pause one plate on purpose. Choose one. Stop doom applying to anything with a login field. Stop begging for validation from people who benefit from your confusion. Stop over-explaining decisions to those committed to misunderstanding you. Stop chasing the lead that keeps ghosting you. Stop accepting underpay because fear tells you be grateful or lose it. Pick one. Write it on paper. For 72 hours, I will not blank. Put it where your eyes land first. When the compulsion surges, breathe, hand on chest, and say out loud, not mine to carry. This is not quitting life. This is clearing the construction site. Not abandonment, architecture. Not laziness, alignment. When your hands stop catching every falling plate, they become available to hold the map you just decoded. Space is strategy. Room is revelation. Release is obedience. Make room so the clue can become a calling. Let it fall. Listen to me carefully now. Private clarity must become public confession or it will evaporate back into wishful thinking. Naming breaks paralysis. When you put a sentence in the light, you take its power away from fear and hand it back to heaven. Ink on a page became a map. Now your mouth will make it a mandate. This is where we move from decoding to declaring. Not performance, permission, not spectacle, seal. When you name the clue publicly, you seal it, and your words become a signal for someone who is drowning in the same waters you just named. Go down to the comments and do this exactly. No vague fog. No pray for me without detail. Complete this sentence and post it. In the next 72 hours, I will pay attention to blank. The provision I saw was blank. The career clue I'm sensing is blank. Use real nouns and verbs. Put the recruiter's name. Write the phrase they said. Name the pressure. Type the verb that keeps repeating. Organize, teach, lead, design, heal, sell, write. Put it in the open. The moment you name it, you take its power away and give it back to heaven. Now, the second action. Read 3 other comments. Do not scroll past them like scenery. This thread is ministry on purpose. Choose 3. Speak life with specificity. Mirror back the clue you see. I hear organize all over your story because the invoice, the interruption, and the deadline all demanded order. You keep getting asked to explain hard things simply. Teacher, every door that opened asked you to negotiate. Your lane is advocate. No cliches, no generic you got this. Precision is love here. And boundaries. Do not answer accusing voices, online or in your head. They will say, who do you think you are? Don't get ahead of yourself. Don't answer them. Don't audition your obedience for skeptics. Post your sentence, bless 3 strangers, and log off with your peace intact. This is obedience, not debate. Your clarity is not up for a vote. Go now. Name it. Seal it. Become the signal you needed. Hand on your chest. Breathe in slow through your nose. Hold for a beat. Let it fall out of your mouth. Again, no striving. Receive. Listen to me carefully now. We are going to pray, and then you are going to move, not frantically, but faithfully. Father, over the next 72 hours, attach my eyes to the clue, my hands to the step, and my heart to peace. Heighten discernment. Train these ears to recognize the unusual ease you send, so we stop forcing what you are already opening. Tune our hearts to honor the holy interruption. Give us patience to stay present long enough to hear what is being named. And when pressure presses, teach us to interpret it as instruction, not intimidation. Show us the verb under the weight. I speak against counterfeit urgency now. Silence the noise that dresses like wisdom but smells like fear. Break the addiction to adrenaline. We renounce panic decisions, bargain prayers, and doom scrolling as direction. Give courage to take the next right step without demanding the whole plan. Lamp for the feet courage. Brick by brick obedience. I declare over you, you are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are not disqualified. This is not punishment. It's promotion, not abandonment. It's architecture, not destruction. It's construction. He's not taking from you. He's removing what was never supposed to stay. You will come out holding your real name, lighter and truer, with peace that doesn't apologize for being steady. Now, God, bless the obedient action they will take today. Breathe on the email, the ask, the boundary, the draft. Protect the mind. No static, no sabotage, no second-guessing to death. Post angels at their thresholds. Connect them to the right people in the right rooms with the right language. Open doors no man can shut and quietly close the doors that keep flattering but never feed. Let favor confirm function. Let fruit outlast hype. Let peace govern pace. Seal their journal. Guard their 7 minutes. Let patterns repeat until the sentence is undeniable. And when the accuser hisses, drown him with your whisper, peace, move. Now get up, but don't rush. Go write it down. Go name it. And watch what God does in 72 hours.